I got to watch the first episode last night, and I was immediately pulled in.
Good.
I just wanted to ask you, what do you think will make the audience want to invest into this series?
Hopefully they're Laura Linney fans, you know, because if they're not, there's just too much of her in this show for them.
Oh boy, a lot of people now are never going to turn it on.
There's a lot of really talented people in front of and behind the camera that made some good contributions to this show. So there's a lot of quality to it. You know, I mean, I don't think it's inappropriate or unseemly for us to say. I mean, I think we're really proud of the way it turned out. So hopefully that's a good draw to it, that it doesn't suck. You know, but as far as it being something that you can identify with, I think the writers did a really good job of you know, making these central characters people that you can recognize. Certainly not so much so that you're bored by them, but enough so that you can appreciate in a very sort of vicarious and even kind of wish fulfillment way, where, you know, these people are making some ethically challenging decisions, but in a way that you can actually see yourself doing. It's not like, hey, let's go rob a bank. I mean, that's kind of fanciful. This is a little bit more nuanced than that, such that it's actually, you could see yourself doing it, and then things kind of unravel from there. In a very step-by-step way, where you find yourself, that's what's so stressful about it, is that you can see 1 leads to 2, leads to 3, leads to 4.
I think there's also like a psychological and narrative undertow to it.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of, there are the actors, and there's the cinematography, and there's the production design, and the combination and the chemistry of all those things together create a real undertow that is that I find surprising and gripping, even though I'm in it and I watch it. I feel that way.
No, there is no choice here. Marty, stop. We have to call the police.
I want you to forget it, okay? Or do you want to just role play it? Okay? I'm Detective whoever the fuck, and you're the wife of the top money launderer for the 2nd largest drug cartel in Mexico. Go.
Yeah, it was super fascinating. Like, I'm an actor myself, and watching it, I just love the vulnerability of the characters, and I just wanted to ask, for your characters, or even any other characters that you get to watch throughout the series, what do you identify most with?
Probably that, the vulnerability of it. You know, there's nothing that interesting about people who have it all figured out. You know, people who are bulletproof. It's like, you know, movie's over. So to see the fissures in the veneer that each of these characters has kind of built for themselves is really exciting, and the writers give us plenty of opportunities to find some scenes that are not overtly scenes of vulnerability, but can lend themselves to that if you, the actor, choose to play the scene that way. And you know, Laura's obviously made a great career out of playing, you know, really human characters, and that was something that was really important for the show, to make sure that there's a bunch of actors in it that can show you the reluctance or regret that they experience making these tough decisions.
And people are, you know, by nature somewhat arrogant, and that they think they have it all figured out. People think they're developed and it's done, and that there's no more evolution to their character or to their understanding of themselves or the people around them. And it's total hubris, and something that everyone in this family is getting smacked in the face with.
Jason, you both acted and directed in this series. How do you think one has affected the other in terms of like building your craft, or how one influences the other? I'm
so appreciative when, I'd say this even if Laura wasn't here, you know, when you work with somebody like Laura, we have some incredible actors on the show, you know, in addition to her. It's, you have people that are really talented but are also really helpful and cooperative. So that's changed me a bit. Not that I was ever difficult as an actor, I don't think. I'm sure someone would argue, but it's made me a much more cooperative actor when I'm not directing. And I mean, I don't know. I love doing them both together, because it puts 2 hands on the wheel for me, being in front and behind, as I try to hit what I hope to hit, which is a narrow target of tone with things that can, you know, on one page be comedic, and the other page be dramatic. one page be fast, other page be slow, lend themselves to some upbeat music, and then on the next thing something classical, and you know, that's, to me as a viewer, it's things I like to be driven through.
Money, that which separates the haves from the have-nots. Patience, frugality, sacrifice. Deciding to invest in your family's future and taking responsibility for the consequences of those actions.
Mr. Burke?
Hello.
Trevor Evans, FBI.
Hi, what's going on?
We believe your husband's partner was murdered.
What?
Let's all stop playing this game, shall we? The lying, the running. Aren't you both tired?
We made a choice to move our family to a more peaceful place. Mom, what are we doing here? Your father's laundering money for a Mexican drug cartel.
Marty, where's my $5 million? Someone's going to die.
Relax.
Why do I have this feeling we both know that you'd be better off dead?
Marty!
We're gonna kill your family and be done with all this madness.
Jesus, Marty, he knows the kids' names.
Last chance for witness protection.
This is just another betrayal, isn't it? How long have you been planning this?
You have walled me out.
Money is, at its essence, that measure of a man's choices.
What'd you do today for our family?